Hello everyone. So today I am here and I'm going to talk about emotional intelligence and emotional intelligence, especially in terms of teens and how we can support them in their journey as a student, but also in their future career, and little tips that as parents or as carers, as professional, I guess, in their lives, we can implement and support them in developing certain skills. So, according to the Oxford Language Dictionary, I'm just going to read you what the dictionary says, but basically says that emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of control, to control and express one's emotion, and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. So this is the dictionary, um, definition that I found in the dictionary. And I think that it really sums up what it emotionally is, but it doesn't really actually tell you how it plays a role and what role it can play into young people's lives. So, emotional intelligence plays a big part into how young people can go and succeed in their life as students, but also in the career and also in all the relationships that they carry in their lives. I think it is really important to actively work on this skill and develop any kind of skill that will help the young people to deal with stress, support them to develop healthy relationships, and also to better handle transitions. So basically, going from primary to secondary school, being in secondary school, having to cope with all the transition they will have to have before they come to the active life as young adults. And I think that in developing certain skills that in terms of like emotional intelligence that will support this emotional intelligence earlier on, it then sets young people onto a path of success. So according to a numerous research that I'm not gonna talk here, but that I found was doing a bit of research on the subject. There is like a correlated link between emotional intelligence, like so for example, understanding your emotions, knowing how to deal with those emotions, knowing how to control those emotions, but also having a reflection on the way you dealt with your emotion at a certain point of view. It actually really helps with academic achievements. And um, and this is really good because basically when young people can regulate their own emotions and regulate their emotional intelligence, they tend to be more positive and they tend to have a more of a positive approach in things that they are doing or in the goals they are pursuing and in the objective they've set for themselves. And that positivity is what ultimately supports them in achieving set goals. So I believe that all of these skills are skills that are important, that we should we should, that it would be great to improve in young people's life. So in terms of like developing your emotional intelligence, I believe that whether you are a young adult or an adult, we still need to work on these, and this is things that we need to develop all the time. And the way that we develop them is in a way that's the way that then after we get to, if I can say it like that, we get to understand better the path that we are on. So basically, understanding everybody that is involved, like every actors, and the way they are contributing to certain situations. So if I was to explain this in terms of like a career, so going into a workplace environment, there is a lot of competition, and there is a lot of people, a lot of actors that you need to be able to converse with, you need to be able to negotiate with on a daily basis. So building relationship skills through your emotional intelligence really early on, it sets you apart, because as you get into the workplace, you now know that, okay, these are the emotions that I'm feeling, and this is the way I can nurture them so that I can help or support this team and support the project we are working on, support my colleagues, and be a better like team player, but also having yourself more confidence. So for teenagers, having more confidence into knowing that they can achieve what it is that they set themselves to achieve. So having interpersonal and emotional management skills, it helps young people to handle challenging aspects of their lives. So whether it is with studying or whether it is with their workplace, this is something that will help them eventually. So what are things that we can do? Like a few tips that I would like to discuss here that we can do to support young people. I think to support young people, you can support them into learning how to do active listening. I'm guessing that with everything that we do with young people, we need to have like model, a role model, I would say, aspect of it. So modeling the active listening, not necessarily looking to prove just your point, and actually understanding their point and where young people are coming from. Practicing mindfulness. So practicing mindfulness and practicing kindness and practicing empathy are skills that will help young people becoming adults and on the journey to becoming adults, to develop skills where they know how they can behave in the community, how they can behave in the society in a way that will support not only themselves but also others around them. Another thing as well, I think is good to work on is to elevate young people's assertiveness levels. So their understanding of what is good for them or what is good in a certain situation, or which kind of options do they have in front of them, and what can they put forward, which foot can they put forward going towards a certain situation. And all of this really happens with really basic things like offering choices and being able to understand a situation fully, being able to reflect. All those skills are skills that I feel are important to support young people on their journey. Another thing that I would like to add, and I think that will be my last tip for today, will be to encourage positive self talk. So, what I mean by that is that um, it is important that young people are confident in themselves. Confidence in themselves is not shown only by the fact that um, they can do something well, and therefore because I can do this thing well, I am confident. No, confidence here, I talk about the fact that you can go and take risk. I mean, manage risk so that you can have positive impact in your life. So by encouraging positive self-talk, it gives them an image of themselves that is positive and that is ready to go and tackle handle any situation that is put on in front of them. in their lives. And this will support in return their confidence levels becoming higher and higher. So if I was to give you a quick example, so there is a research that has been conducted where it shows that on an academic level, girls are kind of like in the top of the class and they get amazing grades, and they tend to go to have higher grades and be really academically driven. But when it comes to career and when it comes to being there into like maybe managerial positions, or even going for maybe roles that are not conventional roles, um, these young girls, because they lack confidence, and often it is linked to the self-talk. What happens is that they then are afraid to ask for a raise. They are afraid to ask and to go for managerial positions, and things like that. So this is just one example I'm giving you on how emotional intelligence really could support young people, whether they are boys or girls, or you know, it does not matter, or of neutral gender. It does not matter which gender young people are on. What matters is that they develop that skill, and that skill help them thrive in their lives and what they want to do. So this was me, a quick little talk that I wanted to do today. I'm gonna aim to come into the group to do a little live, every week, and talking about a subject that I feel that passionate about. And I can't wait to hear your comments. I can't wait to see anything that you would like me to talk about, or you would like us to talk about as a community, as a group, because this group is not just my group, it's our group. And I really want you to be able to get on the group and express what it is that you are going through with your teenagers. If you need support with anything. And also just remember that this is a chill parenting group, so there's no pressure, and we are here to support each other in a mindful, in a kind way, and hopefully support our young people to do better in their lives. So thank you for me today. Have an absolutely amazing week ahead, and I will see you next week on Tuesday. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye.